Hello everybody, Flip here. Welcome to our end of the month recap slash start of the month for July 2026 State of the Universe video number 2, officially. I've been thinking a little bit more about this series, and I'm basically just going to treat it like a blog, not just for stuff that's being done in my world building, but just kind of my life in general, since they kind of impact one another, obviously. So yeah, first things first, I have been hard at work on Project Lumen. We got a whole bunch of new mechanics done, including some more alpha stuff. I'll be kind of showing it throughout the video as I talk about it. The big thing is, we finished the Ethereal Rift event. I say finished. I want to make it have, like, a prefab swaps between every time you load into a level, so it'll have different variations. But right now, it has a single parkour variation. It's working great. You go through the portals, come out, and then the portal deletes itself on the other end. Or you can do it the proper way, which is by scanning the scannable portals, or shooting them with magic. But you have to use specifically magic damage, ranged magic damage, because otherwise it just doesn't work. So, you have multiple ways to deal with this event. You can ignore it by trying to run past it. You can shoot it with magic to make the portals implode, or you can go into the portal and parkour through the actual fucking dimensional rift, and then get on the portal on the other side, and it'll start deleting the portal slowly. In lore, the ethereal plane is where, like, ghosts come from, and where sometimes spirits end up in, like, a almost purgatory sense. So, it's kind of a weird cosmic area with just, like, lots of floating props and, you know, weird rifts of ethereal energy that rip through the air. So, it looks neat. There's some things I still want to fix on it, obviously, but, yeah, it is coming together. I've also added fake walls and some other stuff. There are now 5 playable characters instead of just 1. So, like, you can see the videos of our old alphas. Everybody's playing the trophy operative. You can now play multiple characters. Now, there's still some fixes I gotta do to the character animations. Like, I'm not really a big fan of the current, like, weapon holding animations. I think they're a little too stagnant. So I'm probably gonna do some, like, changes to these animations just to make the characters look more believable. But generally speaking, things look good to go. We also have our first character with a tail, Koteki, who actually has, like, tail physics, to an extent. We have, like, multiple female and male characters, so there should be a character that everybody will be like, oh, this looks neat, and play that. And you're going to start with at least 8 characters unlocked, potentially more. And then the other rest will be hidden behind another vendor. I'm tempted to make a bunch of the Project Lumen dev videos public, but I'm kind of debating on it just because they show so much unfinished work. It's either going to be closer to the end of development where I publish all of them, I think. Because there's like 100 of them. There's so many of them. I started posting these basically close to daily on my YouTube. And it's not even all of them. Like, I only really have stuff from the start of this year to... It looks like the first upload is the 4th. And it's not even daily. Like, I am missing like a week here, it looks like. So eventually those will all be public. But, I don't know, like, there's so much stuff that I want to show off and just kind of have, to share eventually, and I'll kind of talk about all of it eventually, just when people are interested in it, once the actual stuff is all out. Because I really only started making these short videos, like, almost a year into development. So it's like, a lot of the stuff I was working on is already missing, but, I mean, it's still cool to see it. So, and I've shown other stuff I'm working on. I've got a new enemy type working, the Rose Crawlers. I'm also going to be setting up their, like, signature zone in the Dolph Forest area, which is the only place you'll be able to find them outside of the performance. But yeah, so a whole bunch has gotten done. We also added flesh holes that you can put your hands into for, like, random rewards or to take damage and feed the happiness meter, the Lumen 13th floor. That was the other thing, is the mechanic of the Lumen's happiness meter has been added, so you can actually, like, piss off the level now. And when you piss off the level, enemies get buffed, get more health, and a heal. Right now. Eventually there may be other effects, like special events popping up or whatnot. Just right now, that's just kind of the basics of it. Also, we're starting working on a temporary boss with something super special. It's mostly a normal cultist that has 2 AoEs, one that spreads across the entire map and one that has a circle around it. Nothing super special, but eventually it'll have like a custom character animation, voice lines, and other stuff too. As well as like special AoE effects, because right now it's just using the default AoE explosion. But yeah, so that's kind of like with all the stuff Project Lumen. There's more stuff as well, like we added character selection, we added like more level selection, a bunch of levels got small changes. Like there's been a lot of more stuff, but it's kind of hard to like outline everything I've worked on in the last couple weeks, just like this small video. And I need to move on to our next thing. And our next thing is the website, which you should be seeing getting pulled up right here. Which has received some updates. We've added Technol to the bottom of the website, finally. Which he's a pivotal character in the Hidden Queen campaign. Speaking of the Hidden Queen campaign, Episode 3 is actually going to go up as its own video here on this channel. Just to give people a little taste of what the D&D campaign is like and the stupidity of my players. I'll be editing it down from the entire session just to kind of showcase some of the funniest parts, because it was a pretty funny session. Kind of an advertisement like, hey, if you want to see this, go watch me on Twitch. We do that. Usually, we haven't been as consistent as we should be, but every few Saturdays we usually do it. Alongside Technol, in the Magic section, we also added, why is it doing this? Yeah, there we go. Magic section, we added some information on the Slipstream. This entire Magic section, I believe, is actually new to this month. In the race section, Frostma got an additional update. So let me see if I can find them really quickly. Frostma, they got an additional update as well as a new set of artwork. Ooh, that needs to be fixed too. So there's some stuff on the website that needs to be fixed right now. Also, we're going to be starting Project Bias this month. For those of you who are unaware, Project Bias is a community-run story where basically I'll be writing a story. And bi-weekly, people will be able to make a decision as to what happens in the story. And it's going to be sort of a monster of the week type story. I say that, but right now the plot is going to be that you, as like, are following a character who is working at a supernatural hotel in the city of Nultok, which is a city I've been wanting to explore a little bit more in the World of Warcraft universe. And I've actually alluded to it here and there, off and on. This Project Bias will be completely free to read, and it's going to be on the website. There's going to be a new section here that's going to be, like, books and, like, stuff like that. Project Bias will be 100% free on the website. So if you want to start getting a look into the universe and whatnot, this is a great way to fucking read some of my work. It won't be super heavily edited, so treat it as kind of a first draft type thing. So if people want to see my sloppier work, it'll be there for free. And then eventually it'll actually be edited and published into a novel. And every week on the Discord server, there will be a poll to decide what people want the character to do. And I'll have, like, stuff that the character may do in the situation within reason. That way I can still steer the plot a little bit, but also give people options to make seriously big changes to the plot. It's going to be more of a, like, kind of upbeat, like, comedy horror-esque thing. So whereas, like, The Helping Hand was treated very seriously with The Hand, which is my other book that I made, which you can buy at my shop here. This was more played straight, where the Hand was an entity that actually scared the shit out of, like, the main character, actively, like, tore a guy's eyes out in front of him, basically. This is played more straight. This is going to be more of a comedy. You're going to kind of see, like, a character who's jaded to the supernatural, constantly being forced on their daily life to interact with the supernatural. And there's a fun cast of characters already made. Like, one of the characters is a talking moose head that sits in the lobby of the hotel. There's a really fun little cast of characters already made. The manager is a Goliath with purple hair, who's... Hi, Amelia! There's my cat screaming in the background. So, yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff going on. We just kind of got... It's going to be, like, a really weird story that's going to be kind of fun. So, you guys will actually be able to direct how the main character acts in that story. So, obviously my birthday was this last month, so I've been super busy with that. I had, like, a surprise party my wife set up, more like 10 people showed up. I was just meant to meet up with one dude, who I was excited to meet up with. It was Death Guy from my Discord. But it was like 10 people, and everybody showed up. It was so fucking cool. I had like actually a really great month, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I got a lot of new projects done. Like, we have, it's super cool. It's super fucking cool. Oh yeah, asset-wise as well for Project Lumen, we got some bells done and some other stuff. I'll have those like pop up here. And I showed some more sketches in the Discord. I would be showing these sketches more often here. Off and on. Just because they're kind of goofy. It's scribblings of a madman. But, yeah, no, this month's been fucking awesome. Like, my birthday was awesome. I basically had 3 birthdays. Because I had my, like, meetup with a bunch of my friends on Saturday. I had, like, my birthday at, like, the Cheesecake Factory with my wife. And then my actual birthday, my wife brought home cupcakes. And I got, like, fried chicken and stuff, and it was really, really good. And then the day after her birthday, she got me, like, one of my favorite ramen bowls. So, like, I feel like all week that week, I got fucking spoiled. I had a great fucking week. And then we made, like, $250 on stream, just from donations and, like, bits and stuff, and subscriptions. So, like, I was able to fund a bunch of stuff. I'm broke as fuck now, but what doesn't really matter. I'm good, you know, all my stuff's paid off right now, so it's like, I'm good. And I was able to fund a bunch of new projects. Another thing for Project Lumen, people are going to have their names in a secret room. For those who are, like, donating and supporting the projects. The bigger and the more you donate and support, the bigger your name will be. It's pretty simple. Right now, I think Lord Shadow the First has the, is going to have, like, the biggest name in the room. Because he's actually donating the most to the project right now. But yeah, all around, very productive month. A lot's been done. I have a lot to, like, talk about still in regards to, like, we've been so hard at work. Like, for example, on Twitter, I've been using Twitter a little bit more just to, like, talk on it, which is a fucking mistake, by the way. Don't fucking use Twitter more. And I randomly had some tweets blow up, so I've been advertising the website and other things, and it's actually really helped the website's analytics. Like, our traffic went up by, like, 300%. So we've had, like, hundreds of people actually viewing the website, which is awesome. So it's like, it's awesome that more people are seeing what we're working on here. And I'm gonna keep working on more and more. And for people who are interested in seeing more and more, please stick around. One last thing, this is kind of the biggest announcement. By about, like, September, Isle of Eternity's first part is gonna be out. This book here, which has been in the work for a while now. I actually wrote it when I was like 22. I'm finally getting around to, like, actually publishing it. It has flaws, but I fucking love it. I love the story, I love the characters, and I've kind of been going through and fixing a lot of it, making the world building more concrete. It's been very, very good. The second part is going to need a complete rewrite, so the second part's probably going to take a year or so to come out. Especially because, again, I'm working on Project Lumen as well, so I haven't had time to write as much. I'm also making stuff for our Hidden Queen D&D campaign, like I said, which will have an episode out on this channel here soon. So it's just, I've been very, very busy. It's been very hard to write, but I'm finally getting this out. This is going to have a hardcover version as well. So there's going to be a paperback and a hardcover version. And this is obviously going to be more expensive than The Helping Hand, just because it's a much longer book. Like, much, much longer. But again, it's a great read. Completely different genre. More high fantasy. But also kind of grounded in that it's a very, like, lived-in world. With a, you know, past and a future. You know, like, the characters are, you're joining the characters about, like, halfway through their journeys, essentially. Hitachi has just finished off, like, dealing with Tortius, which was an entire arc before this. And it's an entire, like, basically pre-written set of lore that's not even in the book, but is referenced to slowly, and you as the reader get to kind of learn about it, alongside Sapphire, who is new to the island and learning about Hitachi. It's all from Hitachi's point of view. He has a talking key named Kagi. Super fucking cool. But yeah, I am very excited for the next month. It's going to be busy for me, of course, but that's kind of every month at this point, every day at this point. Just constant work, getting more stuff done, man. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subbing to the channel. We're a small channel. I'm an indie creator. I don't have a studio backing or anything. Really, everything I do is supported by my own wallet and the donations I make streaming and making these videos. If you want to support the project, you can come to watch my streams on Creep My Universe on Twitch. I'm live literally like 3 or 4 times a week, sometimes 5, depending on if I'm able to keep consistent. It really just depends on my sleep schedule. Because I work overnights at a hotel, so I'm extremely, like, my sleep schedule and my schedule is all over the fucking place.